As I've explained in multiple videos, LinkedIn Parasite is working really well at the moment and has the benefit of being free. If you really want to rank, I recommend using some additional tools, which I'll mention below. But fundamentally, you can rank with LinkedIn for free. But as soon as you start capitalizing on it and then mechanizing that, building processes around it, the issue you get into is with tracking. So I generally recommend obviously doing lots of testing, publish decent first draft, but it doesn't have to be perfect. You only really need to come back and review that draft if you're actually starting to get traction, starting to get rankings. That's when you want to improve the copy, improve the content, and put in either your affiliate links or your calls to action to your service. And that becomes very difficult with LinkedIn and other parasites as well. So generally, if it's a big editorial article, you'll probably make a note of the URL, put that into a spreadsheet, and then you can simply run that spreadsheet through an Ahrefs batch analysis, and that allows you to keep track of what's actually working. But those of us in SEO, a lot of us tend to be a lot less organized, a bit more sporadic. So how can you actually keep track of all your LinkedIn articles when it's all within the LinkedIn platform? It's quite difficult to actually manage. So I have a solution for this. But first, before I go on, don't forget to sign up to the SEO Jesus Ranking Revelations newsletter. So go to seojesus.com. There's a big red button that says Ranking Revelations. Sign up there, absolutely free, and I'll send you a load of helpful resources, as well as future goals that I uncover through all these experiments. So for LinkedIn tracking purposes, you want to scroll down to where you have activity and then go to articles. Now I'm publishing all these on my personal profile. You can actually just build a company page on LinkedIn very easily and publish articles that way. When I've done side-by-side testing, it does seem like my personal profile actually performs better. So it doesn't really matter. You're not really connecting this with yourself. It's more about just getting that page online on Google, but it does seem to perform better from my personal profile. And then you go to articles. Now this way we can see all the articles we've published. Go to show all articles. Now normally I'd use Instant Data Scraper, the Chrome extension, to just go through and pick up all these URLs. But they're actually blocked on LinkedIn. They say they don't want to scrape LinkedIn, so they prevent you from doing it. So instead, we use the Ahrefs Chrome extension, and that has a report for outgoing links. And then within there, we'll see all the LinkedIn Pulse articles. So then we export that list, and in your preferred spreadsheet app, we then put in a filter for Pulse. So we only identify the Pulse URLs. So having applied that filter, we've now got all the actual Pulse links and cleared out all the irrelevant links. We have all these annoying trackers on the end. You'll notice if you've been in digital marketing anytime at all, you'll probably know that anything after a question mark in your URL is a tracking ID. And unfortunately, when we drop that into Ahrefs batch analysis, it doesn't work. I've tried changing it between prefix and exact URL, still doesn't change. So I've set it to prefix, and you can see this is all saying 000, which I know to be wrong. Some of these are doing really well. So what I do is go to ChatGPT and I say remove trackers after question mark, and then I drop in the URLs. ChatGPT then gives me the cleaned up URLs, which I can simply highlight and copy. So no more question marks, no more numbers after the actual URL. So now we can go back to that same batch analysis. We do analyze, and now we see these are all getting keyword rankings and traffic. So if we sort by traffic, we see my cannabis SEO article doing really well. That got to page 1 in a week. SEO for Coaches is a project I did a long time ago. So I've now got 2 articles on page 1 of Google. So most of last year, when I launched my book on SEO for Coaches, I was really just trying to rank for all these SEO for Coaches terms. So I did one for coach SEO keywords and one for SEO for Coaches. And now they both rank on page 1 for SEO for Coaches. So 90 searches per month, global volume 350, traffic potential 150. And we can see I've got coach SEO keywords at number 6. And then just below SEO for Coaches, the ultimate guide to transform your coaching business. Now, both these free LinkedIn articles are a long way ahead of my Outlook India article that I paid $600 for. So for years, lots of us have dismissed LinkedIn, saying there's no topical relevance. Those articles are never actually going to rank for anything. And now Google's completely changed its mind in the last 6 months or so and decided that LinkedIn is the best. But that could change any day. I really think this is only a temporary thing. So by all means, make the most of it while you can. But I'd still focus on the fundamentals. Keep building up your own website. Your website is an asset. So as long as you keep publishing content, keep building links, you're going to have a really good evergreen asset in the current Google algorithm. But in an update in 6 months' time, where we suddenly find LinkedIn disappears off all these rankings, your website will remain. And if there's a future generative search, something like that, then again, I think it's very likely if you've got a good website, then you'll be the resource that AI snippet is actually recommending to the searcher. So don't forget about your own website. These little fun and games are really good, and at the moment they are working really well, so have a go. But don't forget about your website. Focus on the fundamentals.